Welcome back. Right, so let's have a look at the bulletin board. There's a crow up there, or is it a raven? I'm not sure which way around that is. There's a Ford SPG on the bulletin board. Space investment scam. Oh. I received a message from someone at a security firm recommending I invest in a particular space company. They said it was for sure going to take off. So I went along all in on this thing. Since then, though, got nothing but radio silence from them, and recently my inbox has been flooded with other investment opportunities. Was I roped into some kind of scam? I'd like you to look into this and, if possible, get my mira back. I'll be waiting for you by the rest area in the Trion Mall. Yep, we know who that is. There's a Ford SPG on the bulletin board. Space business. Starting to see a trend here. Yeah, not picking up much of a scent here, but that's fine. Suppose there's no harm in keeping this one in mind. Yep, we know where this guy is. We spoke to him earlier. Suspect it was going to be him. There you are, mate. Are you the Johannes that posted the Ford SPG? Does that mean you're the Spriggan? I'm so glad the rumors were true. I could finally have some hope. You said something about getting caught up in an investment scam? Honestly, I'm not sure if a Ford SPG is the right fit. I don't know. Well, we'll hear you out at the very least. So, you gave all your investment money to a guy who claimed to be working for a security firm. Yes, he said the Stellar Tech, a business with ties to the Vern Company, was going public soon. He was very enthusiastic when he recommended that I buy stock. Seeing as it was related to the space program, he told me the paperwork would be more complex than usual, which is why he volunteered to act as my agent for the deposit. Oh, yeah, that's a worrying thing straight off, isn't it? And then he went cold turkey on you. And to add insult to injury, you attracted a swarm of scammers, all out to suck you dry. Sounds like you were careless. Of course, it's obvious looking back on it, but at the time, I guess I was just caught up in the space program fervor. It ain't uncommon for these sorts of scammers to ride the wave of big events. The fact that you got more suspicious folk coming after you means they probably added you to a list of potential marks. One question, why come to us? Why not go to the guild or the police? Yes, well, I really need the mirror back now. Without it, I won't be able to make ends meet. Using the police would have a whole bunch of hoops to jump through. That's why I came to you. I mean, there's problems with that. Like, even if this was legit, right? Say this was legit. You were going to invest all of your money and have none left over. That is a stupid thing to do. If anyone's thinking of investing out there, have a bit left over, just in case. It's there as a security. It's there as backup, just in case things go wrong. Because they can go wrong with investing. They can. It's like having a little bit there just in case. So, you can pay bills, buy food. It's common sense. They recommend it when you invest. It's just, what are you doing, mate? You're stupid. No way of putting it. Stupid. The fact you're like, oh, no, I don't know. I can't make ends meet. You shouldn't have done that. Like, again, that's even if it's legit. Never mind the scam part of this part of the thing. It's like, if it was a legit thing, you still shouldn't have done that. Oh, anyway. Is this not the sort of case that you handle? Honestly, I don't buy the reasoning. What about you, Van? It's true that this is more suited to the police's line of work. And it might be worth doing. Just consider it another thing falling through the cracks thanks to the space program. Indeed. This could be a chance to get a better look at the influence the space program has on the economy. Both on the surface and in the shadows. Well, let's take it. Have proper words with him about investing. Alright, it's not exactly in our wheelhouse, but we'll handle it. Really? Thank you so much. You said the company they wanted you to invest in was Stellar Tech, right? Makes you wonder if the company even exists, huh? I haven't heard the name before. I think it's even related to the Vern Company too. But I never heard anything about them looking for investors. If even Ketra hasn't heard of it, then the whole thing might really be a big load of horseshit. Space tech, right? Did they say exactly which part the company was in charge of? Yes, the satellite that was launched the other day. I was told they have a patent related to its core technology. And since they expect more space projects in the future, they decided to go public during Project Startaker to enjoy explosive stock prices. A patent for satellite technology. Marduk is the one that holds the patent for the satellite used in Project Startaker. Not that some of the parts and observation equipment didn't come from the Verne Company and affiliates. Regardless of whether or not they're looking for investors, the company itself does exist. Which means we ought to be careful when looking into things as to not disrupt their business. Then we'll need to determine exactly what's a lie and what's not in terms of technology, the patent, and the investment opportunity. And maybe we should start here at Trion Mall. We should be able to learn more about Stellar Tech at the Verne store. It is a Valis investment bank as well. They should be able to give us insight not only on Stellar Tech trading, maybe even some information on Marduk. Alright, then let's start with that. If it really is a scam, then we'll deal with it in the usual way after that. And they're both right over there. So, let's start taking questions. Well, answers to our questions. Let's start asking questions. You're not wasting any time. Thank you, truly. I'm hopeful that your search will be fruitful. You're hopeful.
Commencing mission.
Diddly-ding, a space investment scam. So, we got a new topic to investigate.
Can I interest you in some space-themed merchandise?
Welcome.
Space?
Excuse me?
You want to know about Stellar Tech? Yeah, we got reason to believe someone might be using their name without permission. We wanted to learn more detailed information about the company, to be sure. We would appreciate anything you could tell us about investment and stock trends. And it would be most useful if you could also confirm the possibility of the involvement with Marduk's satellite technology. Firstly, Stellar Tech has not taken their stock public, and there are no plans to do so at this time. They were originally established by the Verne Company internally to handle development of specific technologies. That's because it was established to meet the demands of Project Startaker. The company is heavily subsidized by the government, in addition to being financed by the Verne Company. In other words, there's no need for them to solicit investments through stocks at this time. See. Then using their name for a money-making scheme doesn't really make sense. And what about the satellite technology? I mean, it kind of does make sense when you think about it, because like not everyone's knowledgeable about these things, so like it's got that like sliver of truth to it that then it's spun off from. It's like At the very least, I can confirm that they don't hold any patents for the satellite system. They did, however, develop a material used in the satellite in cooperation with Marduk. I heard the Verne Company has also been developing observation technology in addition to equipment for the rocket. However, the overall satellite framework has been outsourced to and fully developed by Marduk. That's completely different from the story Johannes was told. Yeah, we've heard plenty. Sorry for all the questions. That's quite alright. It was a request by Miss Twinings, after all. It was a request by her. Okay, so go up to the
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
then store up here.
Find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Dilly doo doo.
You'll also find the
Right, sir. Now,
Got a question for you.
portable clothing retailer.
Stellar Tech. Yes, it appears there are rumors going around that Stellar Tech is going public. But you haven't heard anything about that at Verne, have you? No, not at all. Stellar Tech was established by Verne in conjunction with the space program when they consolidated assets from different sectors. The company is really a focused project team, so I find it hard to imagine them going public on their own. It's probably worth pointing out that since they're involved in the space program, their establishment has probably been kept under wraps. Yes, it was privately set up to efficiently develop technology for the program. Okay, so yes, not as well known as I was thinking. So it's like, so it's got to be someone in the know. Right. There's no way they would be advertising in order to solicit investment. That said, their name has been mentioned by the Verne Company in the public-facing materials, among other places. Ooh, okay. I thought we were onto something then, but no. Yeah, we did see him listed on Verne's website. But it was nothing more than that. Didn't stand out in the least. Yeah, so it's not something that would be in the public consciousness. Okay. Which is the important bit. Which means they're not widely known. Yeah. So it was establishing that aspect, I feel, is important first. Compared to more famous corporations, it's harder to get a bead on them. And since Verne's got them on the site, people are more likely to feel like they can trust it. And that's what the corporate's banking on, huh? Still, it only takes a little bit of digging to realize the inconsistencies. I do not get the sense that the corporate is overly familiar with either Stellar Tech or the space program. Yep, seems like they're coasting entirely on name recognition and hype. Is it true that the company holds patents related to the satellite core technology? No, Marduk is the one that's taken the lead when it comes to development of the satellites. It's true that the Verne Company provided some of the auxiliary hardware and raw materials, but they wouldn't have patents on anything that could be considered core technology. As it happens, Stellar Tech developed a special heat-resistant material used to protect satellite parts. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. I've heard that temperatures in space can change by over 200 degrees between day and night. Heat resistance is probably indispensable. Well, we learned what we needed to about Stellar Tech's position within the Verne Company. I know you're busy, but thank you for taking the time to talk to us. It's my pleasure. Given the current situation lends itself to a variety of troubles, I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm happy to have a bit of assistance. Yeah, cheers, mate. Okay, we've gathered enough info. Yes, the investment opportunity was a complete fabrication. It would be best if we could catch the scammers now, if only to protect the good name of Stellar Tech. Gotta say, there's way more holes in the sales pitch than I thought. Exactly. Scammer clearly knew next to nothing about Stellar Tech. The name might as well have been pulled out of a hat. Like Van said, it's probably because next to nobody knows about it and there's a wave of space program hype. So you think the corporate doesn't know what he's talking about either? Seems that way, and now that he's got our client added to his list of marks, he's told of our solicitors. Which isn't funny. The term solicitors just has very different meanings between the UK and the United States. A solicitor over here would be a lawyer. Yeah. Think along the lines of Solicitor General over there. Yeah, that we still use it in that way. My guess is that he is the type to work across a wide and shallow pool. For a swindle like this, he's not likely to do a lot of research. And asking technical questions is sure to trip them up eventually. Someone from a real brokerage would at least know about an industry's inner workings. Yeah, if we can get them to make a mistake, then we'll have sufficient proof. Seems like meeting up with them might actually be the quickest way to go. Let's get their contact info from the client. Why don't we get that first? I see, you're interested in space-related investments. I must say, you've certainly got a keen eye for opportunity. Stellar Tech, in particular, is certain to see its stock prices surge in the future, thanks to being contracted to develop the satellite. I thought that might be the case. But I heard that with the announcement of the space program, buying stocks right now might have extra complications. Oh, you could just leave that to me. Simply send us the mira and we'll make sure everything goes smoothly. Oh, perfect. I'd love to hear the details. Then how about we meet up in the Center Marche's rest area to discuss everything? Oh, that's lucky, because that's where I was going to head next. Yeah. I'll prepare all the necessary documentation and contracts, and we can get everything taken care of right away. Great. I'll head over now. Sounds like he fell for it. Now what we gotta do is push until he slips up. Let's hurry to the meeting spot. To the Center Marche. Go to Center Marche. Lovely.
Go, go, go!
Go, go, go! Team fall back. Enemy spotted. I've got my arms up. Yay! Do 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 do. And this district's teeming with activity, just like always. Same as always. And it gets more packed by the day with the economy hitting its stride. Well, obviously. A market's the first place you'd expect that to affect. I mean, yeah. Still, all this liveliness is sure to be drawing in people of all sorts. Yeah, might even be some we know. Let's give the place a once-over. After we've done the reason we're here. You know. That's why we're here. We're here for a reason. So, let's see, map-wise, what do we want? So it's... hard to tell. It's gonna be the rest area, right? It's gotta be where we're going. Don't want to look at anything else just yet. Even though I heard Mishy's around somewhere. I imagine it's over there. I want to put Mishy over here. Oh, look who we got over there. Oh, look who we got over there. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, come all, and
Just wondering who's around. Like, got distracted immediately. Just wondering who's around shop-wise.
It's so lovely.
You got like a little one here. Like I was like, right, we'll focus on what we're doing. I'm gonna immediately just like, right, so a little wander around, just see who's here.
Just finished renovating, so come take a look.
Madons? Madons. Right, anyway. Let's get on top of what we're doing. Do. I'm assuming it's you, mate. Professional stock trader. Apparently. Excuse me, we spoke about the investment opportunity? In that voice, you must be the gentleman I was just talking to on the phone. I've been waiting for you. Shall we get started? So you see, Stellar Tech is poised to be the pioneer in innovation. In consideration of this, our firm has decided to elicit investment for this up-and-coming company. As a part of our service, we'll even handle all the transactions and such on your behalf. Just like the client said. From the way he's talking, there are probably other victims out there. It's about time we made our move. Here goes nothing. Nod? Nod. You don't mind if I ask a few questions, do you? Or is he going to just unleash science questions after science questions after science questions? Not at all. Please, ask whatever you'd like. Now then, how do I use the information we got to make him expose himself as a fraud? Maybe I'll ask about... Oh, I've got to choose it. Ooh. First one. Is this company involved in rocket development? No, they specialize in satellite-related technology. The rocket itself was researched by the Institute of Science and constructed for the Aerospace Force. So he at least knows that much. Okay, technology released in order to go public. If they're going public, then Stellar Tech must have shown off some kind of tech. Could you tell me more about what they're making? Oh, yes, certainly. Of course, we're very aware. It's the satellites, but there are many different parts, such as frame construction, reaction control system, communication devices, and so on. I happen to know the frame in particular is being made by the Marduk company. So which part of the satellite's technology was developed by Stellar Tech in particular? It was let me see. Yes, the main engine? Prometheus 4 doesn't have a main engine. It only has a reaction control device. Final orbit is achieved via an apogee kick motor connected to the fairing. To the best of my knowledge, Stellar Tech was working on something related to insulation. Yes, that's right. It was insulation to protect the satellite from the heat of the rocket's propulsion. No, the fairing is what's protecting the satellite from the heat of the rocket and the atmospheric friction. Stellar Tech was working on a cover to guard the precision equipment against the variable temperature in space. This industry's got everyone's eyes on it, so how could you not know about the technology that's being made public? My apologies. It's just that there's so much technical information and I got a little confused. Uh-huh. May I ask a question as well? Please do. So, where do we push next? Well, I don't know if it's going to affect anything in terms of like how many points we get or anything, but I'm going to go just top down. So the timing of going public. Just when is Stellar Tech going public? We believe it will be sometime this month. Then shouldn't there have been a heads up at the beginning of this fiscal year? The timing is suspiciously close to StarTaker's announcement. I can't help but feel it's a little too early considering they're involved in a national security project. They may have been considering it in anticipation of the public unveiling Project StarTaker. But at that stage, the initial satellite wouldn't even have launched. They wouldn't have been able to prove themselves. But even now, no one knows how the schedule might fluctuate. Just yesterday, the second launch was moved up. And there seems to be only more undisclosed information about the project. Can they really go public at a time like this? It seems to me they would wait until the project is completed, and they've already proven themselves before looking to the future. Unfortunately, I don't actually work for Stellar Tech. Oh, so... Well, that feels like a piece of information you should have said much sooner, mate. Much sooner. Yes, we all know what's going on here, though, obviously, but... It appears to me that you doubt this investment opportunity. Oh, really? In which case, perhaps this business venture simply isn't for you. Why are you in such a hurry to leave? We're not finished yet. I actually have a few more questions we need to ask. Such as, why is the relationship with Marduk and such on? You know, I don't think we've even asked the name of your brokerage firm yet. You could tell us that much, can't you? Triple dot? It's Keith Securities. Gotcha. Then we'll just ask your company the rest of our questions directly. Hold on a sec. Why is it we're getting no hits for any brokerage with that name? You busted, buddy. You damn swindler. Alright, Aaron. Alright, calm down. If you really wanted to fool us, then you should have done your research. But this is how it ends, huh? Now, we wouldn't mind just turning you in to the police. We were actually asked to get back the mirror. So, why don't we make a deal? Instead of assigning you to the people who are a lot scarier than the police, you just return the mirror you took from Johannes. Just what do you intend to do to me? Which of my connections should I use to scare him? The CID. What you're doing is basically defamation of an ongoing national project. You know Project StarTaker involves more than just the Aerospace Force, right? The CID is involved as well. They've been taking care of anything and anyone that might interfere with their plan. Just what are you trying to say? Just that I'm real close friends with a savage, cold-blooded CID analysis. All I have to do is give them a call and the black suits will come to take you away. Can't imagine what they'd do to a punk like you, risking their project for some 2-bit scam. And hold on. Alright, fine. I'll return the mirror I took, so please just turn me over to the police. You got yourself a deal. All worked out. The group then watched as the scammer took the mirror from his account and passed it over to Van. Once that was done, they immediately handed him over to the police. See there, it's like, could I have got more? Probably, but I don't know. I simply cannot thank you enough. It's hard to believe you were able to get all my money back for me. If we couldn't do that much, then nobody would bother coming to us instead of the police or the guild. We've taken brief notes about Stellar Tech and the scam artist and provided them to you. I hope they will be of help. Yeah, just try not to do something that careless again, alright? Yeah, and again, if you're gonna invest, just keep a little bit to make sure you're okay. It's just sensible. Ugh. Getting your name passed around by scammers as an easy mark is just lame. If you're going to invest, then make sure you do your due diligence. And don't be so quick to believe the promises of strangers. Keep that in mind and things will get better for you. You got me there. And I'll take this lesson to heart and make sure you keep your wits about you, especially during booms like these. Oh, I will. I have definitely learned my lesson. I imagine there's similar things going on right now with AI tech. Like this kind of scam going on. So, well, now that I got my mira back, I should deposit it as soon as I can. Thanks again. Phew, it's a good thing we managed to solve this. It's just a regular old scam. Indeed, that man was the kind to pull a wide variety of grifts without taking the time to do the research. Does not appear to have anything to do with the current situation. That said, it's nice that we're able to confirm that Marduk and the Verne Company are both related to the project, and that there's no room for outsiders to weasel their way into the tech development. Could be useful information when it comes to future space program related problems. Which means it wasn't all for nothing. Now, let's get back to it.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Space investment scam.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Indeed. Lord and Grey. Okay, I was going to say quite high in Grey already, really. Yeah. Thank you so much. I learned my lesson. From now on, no more investing until I've done my research and looked before leaping. And again, hold on to a bit of money just in case. Don't invest it all. It would be a really, really bad idea. Really bad idea. Anyway, doesn't seem to be anything else going on with anyone, so let's head on over to where we were going a moment ago. Center Marché.
Then let's head over.
Indeed.
Hey there.
Hey there. It's alright. Donatello? My dad's a classical painter. So when I told him my dream of being a cartoonist, well, he cut my allowance off. Well, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Like dude. He probably thought that'd get me to give up and fall into line. But unfortunately for him, I'm not kidding around here. Amelia Harding, I just heard that. So instead, I gathered up every comic I'd made so far and took them to a publishing company. Oh, how'd that go? Wow. That's incredible, Donatello. Not exactly. I basically got torn to shreds. Oh. I was hoping for better for you, but... At least we know now. At least we know. The editor said point blank that my stories had all the appeal of watching paint dry. Ah! Not what you want to hear, really, is it? Still, they did concede that my art showed skill, if nothing else. Enough to hire me on as an assistant for a popular comic artist, as a matter of fact. Oh, alright then. Okay. Not so bad, not so bad. Yeah, cool. Yeah, even that much on its own is impressive. It does let me earn some experience and a paycheck at the same time, I guess. Still, working so up close and personal with a pro really opened the curtains on how far behind my abilities are. Yes, but that's important as well. Which brings me to this, digging through dusty old books, or whatever pointers they've got. I like it. Yeah, that tracks. Well, best of luck to you, Donatello. Indeed, I like it. I like his attitude. I like the publishing house as well, being like, we'll give you a job. Like, oh. I'm digging through dusty old books for storytelling pointers, but I can't come up with anything that isn't just a rip-off of something better. Turns out putting together an interesting original concept is, Man, now I'm even blanking on synonyms for hard. Difficult. Difficult. Today, I'm delivering another batch of my family farm's vegetables in Romaine's place. Our harvest this summer was a little lacking, but that's just how it is when you're dealing with Mother Nature. Mother Nature. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe something else going on.
Renovating, so come take...
Up until now, I'd focused my efforts on crafting fresh, innovative clothing for my original brand. But I feel like people weren't really getting them on a conceptual level. So, long story short, I pivoted my place to an original costume shop instead. Maid dresses, nurse scrubs, police uniforms. I've got costumes from every job I could think of. Sound like your thing? Just let me know and I'll ring you right up. Like, oh yeah, there's police costumes there, maid costumes, nurse costumes, and more police costumes. Like, maid dresses, nurse scrubs, police uniforms. I've got costumes for every job I could think of. Sound like your thing? Just let me know and I'll ring you right up.
Anything strike your fancy?
So we got some costumes. Okay. Classes Military Sky. Interesting.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem.
Take a look. This is kind of fun.
Recently, my husband and I caught the bug for a new type of tabletop activity. As usual, it was he who first brought it up, yet his skill at the game is rather lacking. Granted, in this case, it's not so much a matter of winning or losing, it's about enjoying the journey. If anything, they may suit him even more than board games do. Oh. In other news, competition amongst idols seems to have grown quite fierce as of late. Yeah, we saw that, didn't we? Funny, considering how reluctant with user agency was, so much as release albums for them a while back. They were the torchbearers of the entire industry, and now we have a new pair of girls being pushed to the forefront. Adding an extra spark is all well and good, but frankly, something about it feels a tad precarious to me. Beggar. Our store sells more than just old books. We also carry musical records and boarded games, the latter of which is my personal hobby. Hot new thing on that front is something called tabletop RPGs. I don't think they'll take off. They're all the rage with the young folks these days. Naturally, we have those in stock too. Over in the board games section. It does remind me of, what was it? Hank Green was on one as the Fixer, and he used facts to be sounding very, very threatening. It's fun. RPG, that stands for Rocket-Propelled Game, Role-Playing Grenade, right? Yeah, there's a rule book to guide you, but aside from that, everybody takes on roles and interacts with each other out loud. Together, they progress the story by making all kinds of choices within the narrative, with dice rolls thrown in for extra spice. To assume a different persona while playing. What sort of games will they think up next? But come to think of it, I may have overheard my classmates talking about these. Oh, it makes for quite the richly riveting experience. Perhaps you'd care to give it a go? I should know that they come in a variety of themes. The most popular of which are mystery, horror, and adventures set in the medieval ages. As for the record side of things, we finally began carrying music from the idol group With You. At first, the agency fretted the sales would be low. But take it from me, they've got good traction. Here's the kicker, though. The same agency is now going to town pushing a separate idol group they manage. Sailor and Lulua were the torchbearers of idoldom. So to see them be taken so lightly really gets my goat. It would do,
hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Lovely.
You're welcome back anytime.
Oh, thank you, sir. You there. Well, what do we hear? The Spricken and his assistants are back in action again. This is just your run-of-the-mill hardware store, but I do stock weapons within legal limits, plus a few odd whispers of the underbelly variety. Anyhow, looking forward to your continued business, whichever sort of it you're after.
Want to take a look?
Suppose. I looked.
Come again.
Wait, you got more? You got
Want
more?
to take a look?
Customize? Oh, we got customize. We'll leave that be for now. We'll leave that be.
Come again.
I just may, sir. I just may. Every last vegetable I carry at this stall was sourced with my personal seal of approval. Some may not look too great, but as long as they're good on the inside, I price them accordingly. On the flip side, I make it a point not to stock anything that's all looks and no substance. Good.
What can I do for you?
Pumpkin chips, fresh green salad. Oh, very well.
Drop by again sometime, yeah?
I will. In other news, I am pleased to say that Lishkar's finally back up on his feet. My eyes were right to have seen something in the boy. Good. Just wondering where Mishi is. Put your arms down. You had them up since Daybreak 1, I imagine, because I don't think we came here at Daybreak 1, did we? Can't remember. Do you by chance know of a famous brand of alcohol named Tianfeng Quan? Chan? It's a type of Eastern liquor called Lao Dui? Right? From a brewery... I got a hiccup, man. From a brewery that closed down after the owner died a while back. How very informed you are. Come to think of it, we dealt with some on one of our 4 SPGs in Langport before. As you say, the produce of that did formerly shutter its doors. Hold up, formerly? You saying it's made a comeback? That I am. See, one of the original owner's relatives opened the brewery anew. Firstly, they uncovered the original formula, with which they were able to fully reproduce the alcohol. Needless to say, I placed an order and stocked up without a second's delay. If you're curious to try it, there's no better time. Elusive, yep, has made its coveted revival much to the delight of numerous libation enjoyers. I placed an order and stocked up without a second's delay, so if you're curious to try it, there's no better time.
Welcome.
And we'll get it. May as well. Healthy liquor.
Thank you very much.
I don't know about that. Let's go see what's going on with these guys.
Gran?
And Shahina and Sarah? I can't remember if that's how they said that now.
Oh, hello, Katra. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Fairy. Funny meeting you guys here.
Isn't it just?
It's been too long.
And the Dancing Sisters and the Mother of the Orbal Revolution. Not a grouping I would have expected. Pleasure to see you, Professor Hamilton. And same to you, Sarah, Shahina. There we go.
Yeah, for real. I think it's been a month since we last sat down and chatted.
I've been meaning to thank you for coming to see the show.
Nah, if anything, we should be thanking you. You're the ones who gave us free tickets for it. And celebrating the 6-month anniversary of your debut was our honor. And all of your other fans seem to have the same thought, with the Trion Mall stage being nearly at capacity and all. You two really upped your game on the dancing front. I think all that acting experience you got has paid off big time. You guys were out of this world good.
Aw, you think?
I suppose.
Now, don't let the praise get to your head. We still have much to learn.
I would have liked to have seen it myself, had I been in the country at the time. Our last meeting was at the Aramis Festival, yes? Time truly has a way of escaping us, doesn't it?
It does, yes. Yes, it does. Thinking the concept of my theories and stuff. Definitely. If I recall correctly, you set off for the east shortly after the festival ended, yes?
That's right. But she had some urgent business come up, so she returned here last week. I met with her and Essie 2 days ago, but I thought the two of you had left for Basel afterwards.
Well, I had a few matters to tend to in Edith, so I stayed behind.
Did you? It's been some time, Lizette. How have you been feeling lately? Physically speaking. Very good, thanks, in no small part to your efforts. I'm truly grateful for all the care I received. Adjustments at Marduk are being soundly implemented as well, owing to the reports you and Miss Arquette put together. By reports, you mean the ones on the treatment you got in Basel last year, yeah? As someone directly involved, Esmeralda was quite particular on the matter. Apparently, she put forth a great deal of effort to finish them before things became busy again. I see. Pass my graduation to Miss Arquette again, if it wouldn't be too much trouble. So, you three first met last year, then? Yep, right after we made our big debut, and before we came to Edith. At the time, we hadn't realized you and the professor were acquainted. Then we had another surprise encounter in the capital that December. He's been good to us in so many ways. Oh, I think you've helped me a great deal more than the other way around. At any rate, the sheer number of connections you've made through your Spriggan work is quite remarkable. Yes, without a doubt. There's definitely a lot to remark on about it. Not to change the subject, but you two are in the same agency as Judith now, right? Lexel Talent Agency? Sort of. We're only affiliate members, so it'd be a bit presumptuous for me to place us on the same level as her. We'll get there, though. I want to get super famous enough to be the face of Lexel someday. The face? Alright. Couldn't you for dreaming big? There's more to showbiz than just movies, after all. Anyway, I'm glad we chanced on each other with how hectic our schedules have been. Almost didn't happen either. We're heading back to Tharbad this afternoon, right? That's right. We'll soon be setting off on a new tour of the Republic scheduled for August. Until then, we're going to take it easier on ourselves for a week or so. Just to rest and recharge. That's wonderful to hear. You'll feel much more comfortable around your inner circles, I'm sure. Oh yes, even though Tharbad isn't what we were... Tharbad isn't where we were born, still just a dear place to us. So we'd like to repay all the people who've supported our dancing in the best way we know how. Guess you could call it a homecoming performance? People seem pretty excited for it, so we're just gonna have to put in that much extra effort. Wow, if only I could go and see it. Well, you're in luck. Judith mentioned it's gonna be streamed on the Orbital Net. Then we'd better make sure to reserve a spot for ourselves. Absolutely. We wouldn't miss it for the world. By the way, Professor, you're planning to leave for Basel soon, right? Indeed. For a collaboration of sorts arranged through a connection of mine. Who's that connection? Though I can't divulge too much on that end. Additionally, I have matters I'd like to discuss with our new CEO, Bill Townsend. Wait, that mustachioed tight ass? Vern rehired him? Well, that's something at least. Like, the last time we saw him, he was very much down on his luck, wasn't he? Not doing too well, I'd say. Not doing too well. No. It's odd that he was allowed back after only 6 months. Could Yang have played a hand in his reinstatement, perhaps? Maybe. I'm afraid I don't know all the particulars. But were I to guess, it was likely the result of establishing a more suitable structure for the advancement of Project Startaker. I see. That will fall within expectations. The way I hear it, last year's blunder aside, the man's actually seen as pretty competent in practice. He wouldn't have been able to coordinate multiple groups under the Vern umbrella for so many years otherwise. Possible someone pushed his rehiring through to make sure the project was a success. Yeah, but who? You may be right about that. Still, I think they should have severed ties with him altogether. Oh, yes. Well, there was that business with the Mafia. Not to mention political agendas at play, most likely. It was my own inability to adapt to such climates that led me to leave everything on Townsend's shoulders. So this time, I plan to provide him with as much consultation as I can. Well, if you're given the CEO pointers along the way, then he should have nothing to worry about. Gran, don't think I'll be able to make it to Basel while you're here or there. So say hi to Essie and Mr. Giscard and Yang too, for me. if you happen to run into them. Yes, of course. Though I don't expect Yang and I will be crossing paths. Okay. Van and the group said their goodbyes to Professor Hamilton and the sisters, who had presumably stopped by the market to buy souvenirs from Edith. Then they returned to their Spriggan work. Calvard has been charged with excitement over the space program as well. Oh, and aside from that, there's also an event in town for a movie marketing campaign. Right, that collab or whatever, yeah? Judith brought it up earlier, I think. You mean the time with the new energy drink? It's on the sweet side, so it's been on my radar. It would be, wouldn't it? But in that case, I'll be sure to keep you in the loop on anything I learn about it later. Calvard has been charged with excitement over the space program as well. Also just happens to overlap with the performance Shahina and I are putting on. That's why we want to make it the best it can be, to heighten the mood even further. By the way, Philly, you mastered another new Kruger dance, right? I've been dipping my toe into a bunch of different styles, so let's show each other our stuff next time you're free. Oh, there's still a bit to go before I master it all the way. But after that, yeah, sounds great. Okay, I should get off my bum and buy some souvenirs for everybody back home. We're taking an airship this time, so it gives me some extra leeway to work with. Let's see, a t-shirt for Timur, for Sinem, maybe an accessory or something? Oh, nice to hear about them. Excuse me, Professor. What is it, Anyas? Well, I had a little question to ask you about, you know what? This isn't really the place, though, so could you spare a moment of your time later? But of course, we'll talk it over after things quiet down a bit. Is she referring to the Genesis? Or her grandfather's writings? A mixture of both? Beats me. Might be a good idea to ask her later. I plan on leaving for Basel come afternoon once my shopping here is completed. Do take care, Katja, and the rest of you as well. Hopefully we'll have a chance to discuss the space program and such in full sometime in the near future. Yeah, you bet. Until then, Gran, have a safe trip back. Can I interest you in a nice filling potato salad sandwich for lunch? The veggies are sourced from Romaine's stall, giving it the market manager mark of excellence. Plus the cucumbers are in season, trying the whole dish together with crunchy, juicy perfection. You just can't go wrong with it. Lovely.
Have your eye on anything in
Orange
particular?
juice. Potato salad sandwich.
Thank you very much.
That's one thing I'd say that I don't see as much. When in my travels to the United States, I don't see in the same way that we have over here in the UK seasonal foods, because I've been over there quite a bit, so like different seasons and stuff like that. So it's like the foods generally stay roughly the same. Like I'm not being like, oh, you got pumpkin spice drinks now. It's like no. Like there's different like fruits and vegetables that are more readily available at different times of the year that are what people eat. It's not just like, oh, they're there in stock now. It's like, no, it just becomes like strawberries, for instance. Like most people don't really eat strawberries outside of a few months in the UK. And I don't see that as much in the United States based on, you know, the grocery stores and stuff like that. It's like, based on that. It's just, there's nothing to comment on beyond that, by the way. That was it. It was just me being like, oh yeah, that just seems to be a thing. That was it. It's just a curiosity. It was just like, oh, right, yeah. Alrighty, time to get down to business to defeat Elabonia. After I grab me some brunch, that is. Might as well look for some outer space knickknacks to gift people with while I'm at it. Alright. Hey. My daughter just can't get enough fish, whether to watch or to eat. Give her a salt-grilled saury, and she'll polish it off from head to tail. Now tell me that isn't amazing. That is amazing. I'll give you that.
What'll it be?
A dried salmon.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Hiya, welcome to Trout Seafood. Do you know freshwater fish taste best in summer? See, it's that kind of thing. Like, stuff tastes really good at certain seasons, so that's what we eat. It's that kind of thing. Try putting some dorado on a skewer and grilling it with salt. You won't regret it. Like, we even make certain foods that are like massively only readily available at certain times of the year. Like I think like the pumpkin spice drinks and stuff like that I see over there. Like that's the closest in terms of like what I mean. It's like, but it's more prevalent over here. Yeah. From what I've seen anyway. Yeah. It may be specifically only to like the SoCal region, which is Southern California for those who don't know. There is a good amount of imitation jewelry these days that is otherwise exquisitely crafted. No small number of buyers are perfectly satisfied with them, posing a mild risk to my business. Still, and all, the distinct charm of a genuine article is something that can't be denied. It is my aim to reassert this distinction in no uncertain terms. Many are also attempting to profit off this space craze by releasing themed products and such. I've seen the balloons, but I wouldn't forsake my integrity so carelessly. The value of true gems, after all, is immutable.
Better not be window shopping.
Silver coral bangle.
What,
right.
Done already?
I'm going to use this as a place for us to end this part, and in the next part we'll see about Mishy! Make a wishy. With Mishy. Ta-da for now.